Tonight on Collective Stupidity. Dominic immediately ruins my audio.
I mean, I can turn up my end.
No.
Turn up the gain on my end, and then you can really hear me.
No.
I mean, is that better for you?
No. Jacob has issues with Breaking Bad. I can't stop laughing every time Walt Jr. is on screen. So I can't. And Sam has his greatest closing statement yet.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Are you just gonna leave it there? You probably should do some adjustments, because when I listen back to the show, I feel like I'm quiet, and other people are loud. But maybe that's intentional. Maybe you just want less of me.
In my ears,
I do talk a lot.
you're like at a normal, reasonable level. And then when it gets back, you are quiet. And I don't know. I guess I can turn you up a little, but you're going to be really loud in my ears.
I mean, I can turn up my end.
No.
Turn up the gain on my end, and then you can really hear me.
No.
I mean, is that better for you?
No.
Is that a better thing for you?
No.
I'm happy with that.
No, my friend.
I can't hear what you're saying, by the way.
No, my friend. You can turn it down, my friend. Thank you.
How's that for you?
I think it's time we officially got started, gentlemen.
All right.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Collective Stupidity podcast. Happy to be here today. I'm excited to be here today. I'm trying something new. I'm purposefully injecting energy into my voice for this opening small talk-ish section where I ask you all how your day is going. How's all your days going? Everybody having a good daylight savings time?
You sound like you just took a line of crack.
You're welcome. How's daylight savings time going for all you fine folks?
Go me.
Okay.
It's messing with me.
I stayed up until the time change.
That's fun.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who works security, right? Like a late night shift security. And he went into one of the buildings and walked around because he heard something. And he walked around for he swears a minute, and then he looks down and an hour passed, and he was freaked out. It's like, oh my god. What is aliens? Was I abducted? What the hell happened? No, it was daylight savings.
It was daylight savings.
It's all. It's all
above board. But
yeah, I mean,
what are you gonna do?
You can't really do much. It's just the passage of time. I mean, it catches you by surprise, then you're like, business as usual, and then you go back to whatever the fuck you were doing before it happened.
Yeah, gooning. Dom did make a point. We have probably voted to get rid of this.
You can't just walk away from that, man.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You just watch me. Well, you totally had a point. I didn't catch it on the recording, but we totally have had many cases throughout my years where we've mentioned hey, we should get rid of daylight savings. This does nothing, and yet it's still here. I don't really.
I feel like we've even had like a vote on that
recently. I do believe.
Yeah, right.
What I don't understand is what was daylight savings time ever supposed to achieve? And then what does it do now?
Oh,
Save
my
daylight.
goodness.
Thanks, Robert. That's so helpful.
I just saw the New York State Senate page. Do you want to know what they actually voted on?
What they vote on?
This is Senate Bill S-297.
Sure.
And it's a vote to establish the task force to eliminate daylight savings time. Not to eliminate daylight savings time. The bill was introduced in committee to the Senate. Still needs to go for the following levels. It needs to get to in committee for assembly, on floor, on the calendar of the assembly, on floor of the Senate, the pass assembly, pass the Senate, delivered to the governor, and then be signed by the governor.
So
this is to establish the task force in order to get rid of daylight savings, not to get rid of daylight savings.
All in favor to vote on voting to end daylight savings time. Say aye.
That's the most.
You're killing me.
It's the most.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It's the most New York State thing I've ever heard of. Are you kidding? We need to have 8 different meetings to think about having a task force to address the problem.
Yeah, ready? Here it is. Here's the title of the bill. An act to establish a task force to study the effects of New York State opting out of daylight savings time. The purpose, to convene a commission of the Commissioners of Health, Agriculture and Markets, and Economic Development of the designees to study the impacts and effectiveness of daylight savings time.
Someone lost their job for this.
No, somebody didn't lose their job for this, and that's
So
why
we,
it happened.
voted, but
this task force, though, it's not even
yes.
about getting rid of it. It's about studying what happens if we do get rid of it, and then it goes to the
Yes.
other committees.
Yes.
So why can't the other committees just why? Why does nothing in our government fucking work anymore? Did it ever work? I swear to God it did. We used to build steel. We used to be a proper country. We can be a why? I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we got here.
I mean, I don't want to burst your bubble, but in the Reconstruction, we built steel. It wasn't the government doing that. This is pretty box standard government stuff. Democracies are slow. It's part of the point of a democracy. It's meant to be slow. It's just kind of how it is.
We can bomb Iran, lickety split, no problem.
I don't want to be that guy. We may have to elect a different dictator to get some work done here. I'm not
probably,
either on the state level or otherwise. I would love a New York State dictator. I think that would attract people to the state, don't you?
It would certainly attract me.
Jacob, why don't it be you?
What's up?
I said, why don't it be you? Take it by military force.
If I had the horse archers, I would, but I don't have the horse archers as of yet.
Jacob,
something still working.
Jacob, between the 3 discords or like the 4 discords I'm active in, I reckon I could get a respectable sized militia.
Respectable militia. Hey, let's depose the current establishment and put our good friend Jacob Redick up there.
Yes, let's get rid of Kathy Hochul and replace her with a chud.
If that ever happens, I'll be the first to be a rebellion.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Dominic. That's actually very helpful because rebellions establish a sense of legitimacy.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Maybe one time a rebellion didn't horribly backfire.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I think the smart thing to do here is to silently and quickly leave the nation.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, before the border lockdown goes into effect. Yeah, that's probably your best.
I'll just slip
before the
Huh?
Before the
The border lockdown. You're gonna have to do a Berlin airlift situation.
Would you do that, Jake?
So let's think about this. If I was dictator of New York, I would absolutely, I think, do a border lockdown. And I think specifically, if I had the choice, Syracuse, New York would absolutely get blockaded. I mean, I'm talking no-fly zone, no entry, wall erected. I'm turning Syracuse essentially into a ghetto.
It'll be like East Berlin. Got it.
Yeah.
Wait, Jacob, you know what you should do?
What should I do?
What you should do?
What should I do?
You should close the borders of New York, but only to like the most random group of individuals possible.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like people who have like 2 different colored eyes. I don't know, that's the most random group of people I can think of.
Yeah, so if you have the heterochromia...
people that are specifically like 59 years old.
Yeah, the 59-year-old elderly need to seek either temporary residence out of state or permanent residence out of state. Their choice. If you've ever worn a blue hat, you're banned from the state for 2 years. And then that resets after the 2 years.
We could turn New York into a giant prison colony. I mean, it worked for Australia.
Yes. I mean, that's basically we've already basically achieved that with New York City. So if we just expand that idea,
have it be a leper colony.
Yeah. Ooh, better idea. Super city, New York. Just cover it, and it can become like a mini Ecumenopolis. You just cover it in the city. Thoughts?
Is that not what it is already?
No, because no, like the whole state. I'm talking. Like if you take awful. New York City, and expand that to the state level, we would have the highest population not only in the United States but in the world, and that would drive tourism and business, and that would be great for the economy.
But my trees.
There's trees in New York City. Like you have Central Park. There's going to be parks and trees and stuff.
No,
You know,
no.
I think he
that's
meant
why
that
you're
as
not
like a
dictator.
joke, but I think in the 70s, don't quote me on this. I think this is entirely wrong, but I remember reading this somewhere. In the 70s, there was an actual genuine referendum to split the state of New York into two states, and it would have been upstate New York as a state, and then everything Hudson Valley and below would become the state of New York, and then we would rename upstate to be something else. Because of just how different New York State is from New York City, because it's just so vastly different. So you'd end up with like pretty much a city state of New York, the city, and then you would have upstate New York. And I don't remember what state names they were going to go for. I think it was either going to be like Monroe or like Ontario or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it obviously never went through. But I just, because I'm on the New York State Senate page now, I found a Senate bill from 2025, so it's recent.
Sure.
This is Senate Bill S 3427. Provides for a referendum on the question of, do you support the division of New York State into two separate states? So we're not the only ones thinking about this.
But like,
Republican Governor Pamela Hemling is also thinking about this.
Oh man.
like what I'm specifically thinking of
pretty
is
funny.
extending the city to the entire state, right? So you'd have a city-state that's an actual state, and not just like
so
a city that is a
are we
state.
thinking like Tokyo, where it just continues to branch out forever?
Yeah, you got that
Just
sprawl,
one massive
and it
city.
just goes to the entire borders of New York State. And we could leave like the Adirondack National Park alone. Like, I'm not saying
Okay.
we just bulldoze all the mountains and the scenery and the
Right.
the
What
nice
about
views.
the Catskills? Did you leave the Catskills, or is that
That's
too
nebulous.
shit for you?
That's nebulous.
That's nebulous.
That's a gray
Okay,
area.
gotcha.
I haven't come to any opinions on that yet.
That ruling has been made yet.
I will say though, if this policy goes into effect, Syracuse is going under lockdown. That's not changing. Buffalo is turning into a Walmart.
Right.
Rochester.
Are you gonna put Robin in charge of that area too?
Yes. He's my minister of Walmart. It's gonna be great for Walmart.
I'm fine with that. I will rule it with an iron fist,
as is expected. And then Rochester is finally gonna get revitalized, and we're gonna get some actual decent architecture in there. And it's gonna be a city of the arts, is what Rochester.
If I was prime minister of Walmart, I would of like that region. You know what I would do?
What'd you do?
Resign.
Any moron is immediately being thrown into the falls.
Oh my god.
Right.
Excuse me, sir. How do I weigh cucumber?
Straight into a barrel, tossed over the falls.
Yeah, like the way I imagine that working is he's sitting on his throne of Walmart merchandise, in the in the gift shop area.
They get detained and then they bring them before me. And then if I wave my left hand, they're going over the falls. If I wave my right hand, they're set free.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
This is the ideal version of America, ladies and gentlemen.
You only have jobs for like yourself and Robert. What would be Dominic gonna? Well, Dominic's gonna run.
Yeah, Dominic's gonna flee. He's in charge of the rebellions.
Yes,
so
I'm fleeing straight to Florida. Man.
Yeah,
I'm fleeing away.
What do you want to do, Sam? What do you want to do? What would your dream role in this operation be? Do you want to be in charge of the Catskills? I could leave that whole area up to you if you want.
What the hell's going on up with the Catskills?
It's nebulous. We don't know.
It's a mountain. It's a mountain range, Sam, in New York.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You could be the dictator of the lesser of the two mountain ranges in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll just be in my office drinking coffee and watching television all day, collecting a fat paycheck. Every once in a while, they'll come to me. They'll be like, "Hey, any progress on the thing?" Like, not even your subordinates know exactly what it is I do, and I just say, "Yeah, yeah."
So essentially, you want to be the personality hire of my new empire.
That seems to be a thing. Yeah, I'll take that job again. I'll take the personality hire. Oh my gosh!
They just ask, how what's up with the things? Like, yeah, Catskills, yeah, they're still there. Don't you worry. I have a lawsuit. They're still there.
Catskills, yeah, they're pretty skilled.
Status on.
Status mountain.
Well, now that we've established dictatorship in New York, should we move on to something I've actually prepared here a little bit?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think so. I think so.
So
I'm happy with this.
It's I'm glad you're happy with the situation here.
Mm.
It's come to my attention that it's that time of the month again for me where I
Is it the
realize
time of the month again for you?
no,
Yeah, all right.
no, not like that, not like that. No, it's that
I mean,
time.
you might have some explaining to do.
Time of the year. It's that time of the year where I realize that my life has been ruined again.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
Tell us more.
Well, yeah. So I have two of the funniest ones. And I'll start with the most petty of them. It's been getting warmer recently. And it's upsetting to me. It got to 71, maybe 73 yesterday. And here's a little little nugget that you got to know about Jacob's life here. Jacob's
He's a
room,
loser.
that too. Jacob's room does not properly circulate air. So Jacob's room gets very, very hot. And this is compounded by his computer being also very, very hot whenever he uses it for things. And so this essentially means that I'm sitting here in this heat. It's like maybe 10 degrees hotter in my room than it is outside at any given time.
Oof.
So I'm sitting here and I have three choices, right? Here's what I do. I can either
Light yourself on fire.
That's a fourth option.
Right. I could actively make the situation worse. I like this as an option. This isn't always an option, but it should always be an option.
Yeah, so I can light myself on fire, option one.
Yes.
Option two, I can do something in DaVinci Resolve. I can do some editing and work on some projects I'm doing. Cons of this are my room gets hot and I get really angry because it's like something I have to like focus on, but I'm able to veer my attention away because, you know, it's my project. I can do what the fuck I want. I don't have to give it my full attention if I don't want to. I can just be angry about the heat. So that's out because it's just going to make things worse. Option two is I can, start gaming. I can start playing some games. Cons of this are it gets the most hot out of any of these fucking options other than setting me on fire. And it makes my life a hell for the rest of the day. But the pros are I can just focus solely on the game. So that's a good pro. And then option four, depending on how you count the fire option, is I can just lay in bed and watch Breaking Bad. And you'd think this would be a good option. This is what I did yesterday. I started watching Breaking Bad, and you'd think this would be the best option out of all of them. But I'm going to tell you why it's not.
It's actually the worst.
It's genuinely might be. It's the worst option because I can't stop laughing every time Walt Jr. is on screen. So I can't watch Breaking Bad. I can't edit in DaVinci. I can't play games. I can't do shit in the heat, dude. It's so bad. It sucks. And I mean, as a side note, god damn it, Walt Jr. pisses me off. I don't know what his deal is, but it's not good. I don't like it, and
Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do when you become supreme leader of New York? Shut the state down to people with cerebral palsy.
Oh, is that his thing? He's got cerebral palsy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Interesting. Yeah, they're all going in the river.
They're all going in the river.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's the most petty reason my life has been ruined.
Could I add a fifth option?
Sure, please do.
I'm assuming you've already done this, but have you considered opening a window?
Yeah, it helps. It helps.
Or like getting a fan or something.
I have two fans running in this room constantly.
Okay.
And the window was open yesterday. It doesn't help. The window opening helps a little, but it even like after long periods of time, it just heats up anyways. It's brutal. Right. And I'm coming to realize I make fun of Dom all the time for not being able to handle a little bit of cold. But I'm coming to realize, because I only really understood temperature about a year or two ago, right? I'm really starting to understand, especially...
What does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean
I am quite curious.
I understood temperature a year ago. So like 2 years ago, I would have said something like, "Oh, it's going to be hot out," and you didn't know what that meant.
Well,
turn the oven to 425 degrees. I didn't know I had a college
there's
degree. It's an
two-
oven. It's like, what do you mean by that?
There's two things I mean by that. One is I didn't really grasp the. Stop laughing at me. I didn't really grasp the.
I didn't really understand hot or
I hate you
cold.
all. I didn't really understand how like 50 degrees versus 80 degrees transferred into feel. I didn't really fully piece that together until a couple years ago.
I got you.
And also,
Yep.
I didn't realize 100 degrees.
Shut the fuck up! And I also didn't realize my preferences on temperature. I didn't really fully understand them. And it's coming to my attention that Dominic is not built for the cold, and I am not built for the heat. I mean, I cannot stand hot temperatures. I am pissy. I am angry. I am tired constantly, and I cannot have it. There is no reason the temperature should ever go above 50. Anywhere in the 50s. There's no reason. And yet it does with alarming and frequent regularity. And I hate it.
God.
I hate it.
I'm gonna add this to the list of reasons why we can never be married.
What else is on that list?
I
There's gotta be a long
hear that
list.
list now.
I mean, that was a joke. I don't have a list, but I might make one now.
I better see a
put together
PowerPoint
a
presentation
whole-
next week.
I do. I feel for your lack of the weather. Oh, how I understand that. How you feel about the heat is kind of how I feel about the cold.
Yeah, and I understand you a lot more as a person now. And I feel like it's been a good learning experience overall. But
like, because it was 72 yesterday, and I remember thinking to myself in the car, this is amazing. It'd be great if it was about 20 degrees hotter.
yeah, and I remember thinking it'd be great if it was 20 lower.
God.
We are very different people. But yeah, so that's reason number one, very petty. Reason number two, I think Robert knows where this is going. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a new segment, new recurring segment. It's time for the Adobe files.
Oh no!
It's time for the Adobe files.
Oh,
We're going back to Adobe. Oh no, man!
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not sure I'm gonna last very long with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adobe doesn't fucking work sometimes. Do you guys ever experience that?
Yes.
Yeah. I know for a
I don't use
fact.
Adobe.
You're not the only one out there with complaints about After Effects, man. It doesn't work for me. I have issues.
The fucking thing just doesn't work. I pay an exorbitant rate, right, for this fucking program, and it just doesn't fucking work. It doesn't cooperate, and I fucking hate it. It pisses me the fuck off to no end.
Do you have an example? Can you give us an example? Can you dip into your...
Yeah, let's dip into some recent fucking examples, Dominic.
Please do.
Remember that motion graphics class I mentioned the other day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's these lessons. There's these lessons that I'm sure you two are familiar with. It's essentially it's a user's how-to book on Adobe After Effects that you go through, and there's like different lessons that teach you different things about After Effects. And lesson 4 is the most bitchless chud of a lesson. I mean, it's terrible. What it involves is you making several graphical elements in After Effects. So in such a convoluted and long process, but that's neither here nor there. But then you have to track these things onto drone footage of a cul-de-sac. And what this essentially means is that it's fucking tedious as hell, because the tool that it gives you to track, so like the objects and the video move in tandem, for those who don't know what tracking means, the tool it gives you to do that in the lesson does not fucking work. I got it to work through some manner of miracle 2 times before it broke entirely. And even when I was following all the instructions in the fucking book, After Effects just didn't line up. So something happened between when that book was printed in 2017 and here now in 2026, which I think may be the real problem here. But that's neither here nor there. The thing just doesn't fucking work. The tracking doesn't work. The fucking settings don't work like they should. It's awful. But what really bugs me is not this. It's really 2 factors. There's 2 factors here. The first one is did you know that there is a term, a line in the terms of service that says Adobe has the ability to access all of your content. They can go browse your files.
What?
It can steal your content then. It can reproduce your content, redistribute it as they see fit, and they can throw it into their AI slop machine, Firefly, for machine learning. Did you know this?
Oh,
Did you know
I
that?
did not know.
Did you know that all the shit you do in
I'm aware of
Adobe
this.
is not actually yours? Did you know this?
Yes,
No.
It's
I'm
tragic.
aware of this.
This is
This is on my
fucking
radar.
bullshit. That is so scummy. That is terrible. And I'm not here for it. I don't like that.
Wait. So just to be clear, when you say it's not actually yours, does that mean it's like it can just be taken and put into an
It can
AI
be
generator, or like
it can be
literally...
taken and put into AI. It can be just taken and redistributed and modified however they see fit. They can do essentially whatever they want with it.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and once people started calling them out on this, they did say, "Hey, it's not going to be used for AI training." But it's still used for all the other stuff they say. And I mean, they only did the AI. They only said it's not going into AI because they got pushback. Like, it's so
Yikes.
scummy. Like, hey, I'm going to charge you a fuck ton of money to use my shit. And then I'm also going to take your shit and do what I want with it. Fuck you. That's what they're essentially doing.
It's pretty
here.
bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Also, in the terms of service, did you know that if you don't update your Adobe Creative Cloud or some of the programs that Adobe uses, they can just suspend your use of them? They say, hey, you haven't updated in a while. Update now, or you're just not going to be able to use your programs that you paid for anymore. Did you know you could do that? Did you know they do that?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm aware. I've never come across this, but I'm vaguely aware of this.
Yeah, and you just can't buy to own anymore. You can. There's no option to just buy to own. You have to pay the subscription and keep updated as per Adobe's whims, and you will be happy, essentially. And so that's really facet one, right, of why I have issues with Adobe. Facet two, I think we all know where this is going. It's the fucking cancellation fees, right? So here's, okay, let's talk about billing. Because what I discovered,
Yeah, please do.
I discovered when I selected my plan, $25 a month, was that there is a annual plan where you pay once a year, right? There is a monthly plan where you pay monthly, and there is an annual plan billed monthly, and it is right next to the monthly plan. Yet it is cheaper.
So did you click on the annual plan billed monthly? Is that what happened?
I must have clicked on the annual plan billed monthly. Because
I
it was
kind of
the cheapest.
that was what happened. We described it last time because I have the annual plan that's billed monthly as well, and it was like that's the same price as I'm paying, and I think that's why it's because we got the same plan. It's like the monthly the monthly is intentionally higher because they want you to do it by annual.
Yes, exactly. And then after like 14 days, it locks you in, and then that's where you get your fucking cancellation fee.
Yeah, they bill you for all the executive month for the next year.
Oh my god, it's so scummy because like they purposely draw you into the cheaper one and lock you in. It's fucking scummy. And then also you can't cancel auto renew. You can't just let your shit run out. You know, you have to pay that fucking cancellation fee.
Yeah, you got to put on the calendar so you don't forget because they won't do it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny because this shit that they're doing here, with the cancellation fees that they lock you into, they're getting sued for it. There's a lawsuit by the federal government against Adobe and their president and their vice president because of this shitty business practice. It is that bad. The federal government is directly getting involved.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It was a class action lawsuit against that. There's a couple of them, but that's the big one. Is that, yeah, I'm not sure what you'd call that. I guess aggressive marketing practices.
Yeah,
I don't really know, but man,
predatory
business practices. It's deserved lawsuit.
Absolutely, it is.
They deserve it.
But you know what my biggest problem is with the cancellation fees, Dom?
Yeah, hit me up.
You know what?
You have to pay them.
Yeah, I have to pay them. You want to know how much I have to fucking pay them?
You told us last time it was 180. Something like that. In the ballpark of 180.
It was 125, right?
125.
Yeah, around there. There are a couple extra cents, I'm sure. 124.95 is what it was. And remember, that was towards the end of a billing period. And what we calculated was that this was for about 6 months into the future, right? And so one billing period has passed. So you would expect that the early cancellation fee would decrease a little bit, right?
Yeah.
In accordance to, it would decrease about $25 because a month has passed, right? So it's been about 6 months. Now it's 5. So that should be 5 times 25. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think?
This is unreasonable.
What do you think my early cancellation fee is today after another billing period has passed? What do you think it is?
Oh God.
Too much.
$7,000. I don't know, man. 180.
It is
85
still
cents.
$124.95. It has not gotten cheaper. It has stayed the exact fucking same. They are gouging me the same amount of money, even though I have less time in the fucking subscription.
Right.
So what we're gonna do here, gentlemen,
Yes.
is you're gonna witness live on stream me
Do you have a stream
deleting
app?
my Adobe account. Who's ready to watch me cancel my Adobe subscription live on air? Who's ready?
I'm gonna clap when it
Who's
happens.
ready?
I'm gonna clap when it happens.
Who's fucking ready?
I'm ready.
Houston, we do not have a problem. Prepare the cancellation button.
They're giving me counter offers too. Wow, that's awesome.
Go away.
Do
awesome.
now,
Thank you,
yes.
Adobe.
We'll give you $130 if you don't cancel.
Oh, fuck's sake. At least it's excluding tax. That's very nice of them. Confirm cancellation.
Jacob. Very
Great.
important question
I
here.
still have Adobe for 24 days and nothing. I don't have to pay after that. Great.
There you go.
Jacob, I have a very important question.
What's up?
Very proud. Very proud.
When you become dictator of New York, how quickly is anybody with ties to Adobe being expelled?
They're not. So that's a trick question because they're not being expelled. They're being shot on site. They are shot as soon as I know they are part of Adobe. I fucking hate this company, and it is my mission to turn as many people away from Adobe as possible.
Okay, so I have. Sorry, I was about to say I have a dad. Just go on like that.
Okay,
it's a shock. My dad had a coworker once. This is way back in, back when you could buy Adobe and you could just buy Adobe. There's no subscription. You would just buy it, and it's a one-time license.
So back in the old days.
I think that might have been 2016. Don't really know. But he bought Adobe.
Shit, this must have been like the 1800s.
Yeah, back when there was a product and you would just buy it, and then you'd own the product because you bought it. Back in those glory days before subscriptions.
Yes.
Right. In the back when the world was rational. He bought it and then on his computer, and then the next year Adobe announced that they were going to go to the subscription model.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought to himself, this is bullshit. So he disconnected his computer from Wi-Fi and then switched to a different computer for like all of his other stuff. And so you go to his office, he has this box in the corner that runs Adobe 2016 unchanged, and it will never ever be connected to the internet, because as soon as it does, Adobe will be like, no, you can't use that, that's not a licensed product. But it is a licensed product, it's legal. He's been using it. But see, I'm tempted to do that now with some of like the other stuff. Like I suspect in the future DaVinci might be subscriptions, everything going to subscriptions.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to get a computer and just sacrifice it to the gods and download DaVinci on it and then disconnect from the internet and just have a box for DaVinci for the rest of my life. And never upgrade, because the subscription stuff is kind of bullshit. I don't really like the subscription stuff.
I don't either. It's awful.
Everything has a fucking subscription. Everything.
Yeah.
And it's just becoming more and more things, and it's awful. It's horrible.
It really is.
Kind of like it better. You would just buy the product, and then you'd have the product.
But that's not good for the companies or the shareholders, Dominic. You're not maximizing shareholder value.
Yeah, no, it's not good for business there, but I'm also not running business, am I?
Christ.
Fair.
Adobe genuinely, I've interacted with a lot of shitty companies in a lot of ways, right? I don't think I've ever been as angry as I am with Adobe, like with any other company. And I played Star Wars Battlefront 2 on launch. I play so many Ubisoft games. I played all through the downfall of Rainbow Six Siege. Like, I was never as mad as at Ubisoft as I am with fucking Adobe. It genuinely might be the worst company I've ever interacted with.
Yeah. This is on a similar note, but I read an article the other day that what's the parent company of Jeep? Is it Stellantis? I think it's Stellantis.
I have no idea.
It is. It's Stellantis. Stellantis, who owns a whole bunch of car companies, Ram, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, so on and so forth. They've elected to stop putting advertisement inside the car's infotainment system.
Oh God.
Oh my God, dude.
And that was such an outrage to, I mean, as if you need other reasons not own a Jeep. Jeep is like the worst new car you can buy right now. But that was such an outrage to Jeep owners that Jeep owners had like a little riot somewhere, and
As they
they
fucking
pulled the
should.
plug on that, as they should. Yeah,
we
it is
we
disgusting.
clown on the French so often in our society, but and Dom has raised this point several times. When they get angry about something,
yeah, they have a riot.
They riot,
That's
and
great.
shit gets done. I mean, like, I'm not like what was that one you were talking about? Like, they were doing something with parking or traffic signs, and
they installed speed cameras throughout the nation. This is in I want to say it's in the 90s. It was before like when internet was popular. So they couldn't have like organized this on Facebook. This is just instinct. It's just the French intuition.
Pure
They
instinct.
installed something like 500 cameras across the nation, and then the French didn't like this. They rioted and they destroyed every single one. in like a span of a couple of days.
Yeah. And
they
then
destroyed and car bombed and rioted and like tore down every single speed camera.
And then they fucking
in those lines.
killed like the Minister of Transportation, didn't they?
Oh yeah, that was in the 70s. But yes, the Minister of Transportation, he wanted to like introduce, it was something trivial. It was like speed limits on highways and something like that. And the French were so mad, they rioted in Paris, burnt cars down, and then killed the Minister of Transportation. It was so upset. I'm gonna Google that. It's a great story.
Straight up
like, listen, I cannot say that these corporations, their leadership, their stockholders, should have the fear of death put into them by the people. I can't say that.
Okay.
But
that is what you're implying.
United Healthcare, for a while, had some better practices after a certain incident occurred. That's all I'm going to say. Anyways, that's been Jacob's the Adobe files. So maybe I'll come back with some lawsuit updates, but until then, get off Adobe. Get off Adobe. Use DaVinci Resolve if you're a Premiere Pro user. If you do Photoshop or Illustrator, you can do Affinity Photo. That's good. Or GIMP if you're looking for a free alternative.
ChatGPT.
No, don't use that. Don't give in to the AI overlords. And then if you want to use After Effects, you can do DaVinci's got Fusion, which is pretty good. It can match a lot of what After Effects can do. And then you can use Blender for some other stuff. There's alternatives to Adobe now. You can tank that cancellation fee, and you can be your own man. Don't use Grok. Don't you unless it's woke Grok. You can use woke Grok, but not any other Grok. But yeah,
did they make Grok? Did he finally make Grok not woke?
No, I think he's still pretty woke. But
okay,
but he really tries. But yeah, that's the Adobe files. Thank you for your time. The Adobe files.
One little note on the weather. I have one little note on the weather.
Okay.
That I'm going to bring up here.
Sure.
I had a sneak suspicion all winter that the air conditioning in my car and my Nugget doesn't work. Because it would fog up in the winter, and usually they don't fog up when we put the defrost on because it pulls moisture out of the air for the AC, right? But mine fogs up. And on yesterday it was in the 70s, of course.
Sure.
So I had a chance on the highway to pump the AC, and I can confirm that it does not work. There's no AC in my car, which is annoying because I've been to a shop to have the AC fixed last year, and it still doesn't work.
Oh, God.
It's infuriating. I don't know what's wrong with it. It will do the thing where it'll have AC for 5 minutes, and then it will die for a half hour, and then it'll come back for 5 minutes, and then it'll die for a half hour, and then ad infinitum, right, forever. And I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's overheating. That's what I think is going on, and the air compressor is shutting itself off because it's getting too hot. But yeah, I know the irony there, by the way, of the air conditioning, the system designed to be used in heat tends to overheat. The irony is not lost on me. But the most part, this is not a worry. I don't mind the heat, and I drive with the window open. But when I drive to Florida in August, I may suffer. I may be suffering some when that happens. That will be happening twice.
That's gonna be unfortunate for you.
So the Nugget has no air conditioning. Have you ever seen the Top Gear special when they went through?
Yes.
Yeah, and then Jeremy Clarkson puts a shower in his car.
Yes. You should totally do that. You should so do that.
I'm really tempted. I was talking to an old buddy of mine who did the same thing. He had an old Jeep that didn't have air conditioning. And he told me when he would drive, he lived like in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
In the summers, he just drive naked. That was his way of I don't think I'm gonna do this, but man, I'm tempted.
Did he have leather seats?
I might have cloth seats. You couldn't do that with leather. You'd scold yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I can't have kids.
So, I mean, that brings up like logistical questions, right? Because like, did he get in naked? Did he? Because like the seats in Georgia in the extreme heat, like they get hot, right? I'm assuming.
Well, my buddy was like a complete redneck, living in the middle of nowhere. So I do believe he would get into his car naked and just get out of it naked. I think that's pretty reasonable. As of what he did when he got the location he wanted to get to, I have no idea.
That's a good point too. Imagine he's on his ranch. Question. He's on his ranch, right? He's getting into his old beat up 1950s pickup truck.
Yeah,
he gets in it naked. Does he throw the clothes on his side seat and then he gets to the bank and then he equips them in the car, or does he get out in the parking lot? As if he has
money to deposit.
Maybe he's asking for a loan. You don't know. Maybe he's trying to better himself through higher education. You don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Very true. Very true. Too quick
quote,
to judge it.
Fucking God.
I don't know. I don't know how any of that works. I have no idea how any of that works. I don't think I would be doing that. This seems a little bit extreme, especially since my car is so low and all the other cars are like average height or tall, so they look down into that's seeming, and I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, that's a move you pull.
I want.
That's a move you pull in a Chevy Tahoe. That's not.
Yeah. So more of the story is, there's no
there simply is no.
There's no AC. I forgot the word AC.
There's no AC. You can't do anything. It's over.
It's over. I might just give up. I really want I don't get me wrong. I like having a car that's reliable, which for the most my car is.
Yeah,
it is.
I really, really wish
not from the
would jump out in
multitude
front
of
of it.
stories I've heard from you tell. Like, what do you mean? This is the most unreliable car I have ever heard anyone complain about.
Which is amazing because this is the most reliable car I've ever owned. At the moment.
Dominic, there's zip ties holding your front bumper on.
Well,
you had to drill a fucking deadlock onto your glove compartment. What are you talking
reliable
about?
Means that
your
every
trunk is held together with duct tape.
Reliable in this context means every day it will get up and start. It does not mean it functions as intended. It just means it functions properly. Right?
I mean, I guess from point A to point B.
Exactly.
What else matters?
That's reliable. If I gotta duct tape my hood back on, so be it. But this has been the most reliable car I've owned, which is really sad.
Oh damn!
Dominic,
hey, you gotta take.
I really hope the deer jumps out and kills me. Sorry, it jumps out and kills my car. I have excuse to get a new car.
Oh God! Oh
I really want that to happen. I really want that to happen. It's not going to though. I'm gonna be stuck with this fucking car until it rusts out, which is another 10 years.
I really hope, Dominic, that like if it ever becomes to the point where like it's unusable and it's unsellable, I really want you to strongly consider making
blowing up.
Maybe that, but I really want it to become an art exhibit that you carry around with you wherever you live.
I'm not gonna haul a fucking ass CRZ from 2011 with me where I go.
No, I'm not saying haul.
Like a giant piece of lawn furniture.
Like lawn furniture. Like it's an achievement. I'll listen. If you don't want to do that, I'll do it for you. I would love to hold on to
when my car blows it and I can't sell it. You're welcome to have it. That's fine by me. I'll park it in your driveway with the keys in the dash and leave it.
Thank you. That's very appreciative. I want to turn it into like one of those statues, like with one of those airplanes, but instead of an airplane, it's a car. Like I would love to do that with the Nugget.
On a pedestal.
Yeah.
You know, you could do with it.
Yeah.
Roll it into a field.
And just leave it.
Yeah. Yeah,
When you
or
put
do
it like
that.
that. When you put it like that, it's difficult for me not to.
just
Or like, get a new car, turn in like the plates for it, and then just like take off like all of like the identifying shit on it that could allow it to be traced back to you, and then
The
just
VIN number.
leave it on the side of the road.
better yet, throw it in the canal.
Or better yet,
Right
leave
into
it
the canal.
leave it in the road. And
Yeah,
have it
leave it in the middle of the highway. I want you, Dominic. Right, Dominic.
Yes.
Dominic.
Yes.
I want
Yes,
you.
yes.
When the Nugget dies, it is imperative that you hitch it up to a car that has towing capabilities. You tow it in the middle of the night. I'm talking 3 a.m. into the middle of the highway, the throughway.
Yes.
And you just
Yes.
leave it and steal away into the night. This is, you must. I am imploring you.
I think.
Park that-
I mean, what I'm
Park that
tempted to
bitch
do.
on the.
What I'm tempted to do is drive it to a bar part of town and just leave with the keys in the dash and the door open and let it be part of nature. let some junkie have him drive around a little bit.
Reclaimed by nature.
I say that, but my brother, his company that he worked for, this is the fish doctor. The college he worked for owned a really shitty PT Cruiser. You know what a PT Cruiser is?
Yep.
One of these bad boys.
Yeah, let's take a look. It's
And in really poor shape, one of these. Right.
Oh,
And the company didn't want to have any more. They were like moving office or whatever, right? And they want to get rid of
Oh.
it. So they took it to like it was in Texas. So it must have been like the bad side of Arlington, right? And they just took it out there to like, you know, what we would call like the hood, and like left it there in a parking lot at a Dollar General with the keys in the dash unlocked. And 3 weeks later, it was still there. Even the despots of the hood didn't want it.
oh,
And I'm afraid that's what's gonna happen to the Nugget. I'm gonna leave it somewhere and like on Dewey Ave. I'm not just gonna be like, all right, it's all yours. And then like months later, I get a call from the police like, hey, your car's been parked here for 4 weeks. Someone smashed in some of the windows, but like, do you want it back? It's like, no, I don't want it back.
And then like,
wanna
you drive past it and you see like 7 parking tickets just on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with my car when it dies. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'll likely sell it for scrap. I am really tempted to like turn it into like a boat or something and a ball pit.
A ball pit.
Ball pit.
Ball pit.
How do you imagine that working logistically? Where does the ball pit go?
Oh, in the car. You just fill the car with those little rubber balls, and then you have a ball pit.
Yeah, come on.
My bad. Obviously, I'm the fool.
Maybe I'll sign up for like a demolition derby. Maybe I'll do a demolition derby with it. That actually would be kind of fun.
Can you
That
just
sounds like
take
it'd be
your
fun.
random cars to a demolition derby?
Yeah, that's the thing. People do it. You
should
buy
see if we
beaters
can-
off
we should see if we
Craigslist,
should-
and you can sign up for
We
a
should see
demolition
if
derby.
we should see if we could like dismantle your car like by hand, like with our bare hands.
Is this something you're gonna tell me about, or is this something you're just gonna do one day while I'm in class and I go back to my car, it's unplugged?
You come out and I'm like hoisting your engine out of your
Yeah,
car.
he's got the engine block
Just yanking
thing
my
up in the
wheels
air.
off. You know where it is? You take my steering wheel.
You're gonna pull into the parking lot where you usually park, and you're not gonna know it, but I'm gonna be sitting there in my car in a dark hood and robe, and I'm just gonna be waiting until you leave. And as soon as I see you leave my line of sight, me and my copious amounts of gnomes that I've employed are gonna just disassemble. And
The copious amount of dwarves, as we were
my,
talking about earlier.
my copious amount of dwarves are gonna swarm your car like flies on shit, and you're gonna be walking in the building and you're like, oh damn it, I left my coffee in the car, and you're gonna come back and it's not even gonna be like a minute later, and it's all gonna be neatly laid out in the middle of the parking lot for you.
You know, I'm really tempted. If that happened, I wonder if insurance would cover it. I'm really tempted to go up to a Geico and ask him, "Hey, if my car is like accidentally dismantled or like intentionally dismantled by somebody else, do you cover that?
Hey, my
Is that
car,
covered by my insurance policy?"
my car's been a victim of rapid unscheduled disassembly. Do you guys?
Yeah.
You guys cover that?
I doubt it does. I have the cheapest insurance possible. I would have no insurance if that was an option, but that's not legal in New York State. So I have the cheapest insurance you can get in a car.
Ugh.
Yeah, word, man. What the fuck, dude?
I think they cover direct collision and nothing else. It's like the real cheap stuff.
some mystical disassembly. They're just gonna be like, nah, you're on your own. Should have parked in a neighborhood full of dwarves. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't have to tell you. I don't. You should have locked it. I don't have to tell you. You should have locked it.
And then they're going and inspecting the car, and the door is still locked.
It's still locked.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's the nugget. No AC, 0 AC. Not an issue right now. It will be an issue in August.
Well, you can still open your windows, right?
Yeah, I can open my window.
Oh,
For
so
the
you're
time being,
fine.
okay, I have one more little nugget thing. Cars have a piece of weather stripping between the glass and
No,
the
they
window
don't.
on the outside of the car. Did you just say no, they don't?
No, they don't. Listen,
all.
let me tell you, I've disassembled a large number of cars. I can assure you, they do not.
It's just it's a little piece of rubber at the top of your door. So when your window goes up, the water rolls off and not like into between the window and the door, right?
Right.
On my car, when the windows went down, because my car used to be in Texas and it baked in the sun, and the molding all like turned back to rubber, right? All turned back to the ooze it came from.
As it does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As all things will.
One time I rolled my window down and it took it with it. It took the strip into the car. And I was like, that's not good. So I roll it back up and it pulls it out with it. It's like, so I have to go out my car. I just have to rip it off my car, and I just don't have a weather stripping anymore.
Ooh.
And so every time it rains, you see all the water. It all goes into the door. The door gets kind of full of it must drain because it's not like it's full of water, but it must be getting wet in there. And I take it from my car wash, right? And you can just see all the soap and water just pours into the door. Both sides. This is a both side issue.
Okay.
I'm imagining the inside of my door is just full of water. And I think this is why when I'm driving on the highway, you can feel a draft coming in from the car door. You can feel air coming like between the door handle and through the switches on the door for the window. You can feel air. I think it's from the lack of that seal.
And remember, this is the most reliable car he's ever owned.
He's ever driven. The most reliable
so
car.
far, this is the most reliable car I've ever owned. I've owned 4 cars, and they've all been worse.
So you've mentioned your minivan that had the door issues. What are some of the other issues you had with your other cars?
I had a Subaru. I had a Subaru Legacy.
Sure.
That one's still with the family. That's the one my parents drove down to Florida to be the beta car in Florida. By the way, when I owned that car, I had that car for about 6 months. It had the battery died. And then I replaced it, and the battery died again. And we learned it was actually an alternator issue, which we haven't fixed. It still has that issue. The engine, it's one of the weird Subaru 4-banger ones where it's like a flat 4, the boxer engines, and they have seal issues. So the seals died, and so it leaked oil. And in that process, it blew a piece of the head gasket, which we had to get replaced. And that took forever. That was really expensive. And then after that, it would never run right. So it would run on 3 cylinders instead of 4 cylinders and have a backfire every so often. So that was out. And because it's a CVT and it's an old CVT transmission, so when you would put your foot down, the car would spin up and you would hear the transmission grinding, but it would never actually move. So you have to accelerate really slowly with it. And every so often, I wouldn't do that, and I would blow it, and it would pop itself in the neutral, and it would die. And I'd have to I'd have to pull over to the side of the road and restart the car. That was the Subaru. That's not reliable. We still have it. It's my mother's car for quite some time, but she's a stronger woman than I am.
There you go.
I had a Ford Escape.
Uh-huh.
I love that Ford Escape. It was a great Ford Escape. I really wish I still had it. It was a boxing one from the 2000s in gray. Now, its previous owner. Okay, really quick story. I don't want to go too much into the weeds. My brother bought that car. He bought that car from some really shady guy in downtown Rochester because it was cheap.
Sure.
Okay.
And when he bought the car, he was like, "Great, I'm going to buy the car. That's fantastic. Come back tomorrow with the paperwork and the DMV, and we'll get all sorted out. Fantastic." Goes home. Next day, he gets a call from the guy who owns the car at the dealership, and the guy calls and goes, "Hey, how you doing? I'm really sorry, but me and my brother, we got drunk last night, and we lost your key. I only have the one key. I'm going to have to get a new one made." And so we had to get a new one made, and that took like a week. And then he got the car back from the guy eventually, and then he drove off with the car. I was like, "Oh, look at that! It's an Escape." And he opened up the center console, and there was a giant bag of weed just in the car. And he was like, "Oh, that's not good." So he calls the guy back, and the guy is like, "Oh my god, that is so unprofessional. I am so sorry." And like, it's fine, man. Just take your weed back. And they exchange the weed, and takes the car, and that's the end of that. Car makes his way to over in Illinois. He has a car for 2 years, and then the car makes its way back over to me. It's all hand-me-down cars, of course.
Right.
He makes it back way over to me, and I get the car. And when I have the car in New York State, you have to get it inspected because New York State has inspection, and they check the frame of the car. And I learned when I had the car inspected in New York State that in fact the car has no frame. It was just rust all the way through. And that explains a lot because I did think it was quite jittery on the highway when I took it at 70 miles an hour with the Adirondacks. It was quite unstable.
Just a little unstable.
It would do things like the doors would rattle. I thought that's kind of odd. That's kind of weird. But I didn't think too much about it. But the guy showed me, he's like, you don't have a frame. It's gone. Look, you can open the door and the car will flex. Like, that's not good. Spaghetti. So we had to ditch the car, and that was the end of the car.
Oh God!
And that van was reliable. That van never had any engine issues. I would beat on that van like you wouldn't believe. Never any engine issues. But it did have some brake issues, and the door fell off. So it's slightly below the Honda, but only slightly because the Honda's getting worse. So it may lose its title of most reliable car.
It might. Hey, we'll see how it goes.
So,
oh my gosh!
Yeah. This is what it's like to live on the lower end of the poverty scale, right? Or maybe the upper end of the poverty scale. This was like to live cheap. This was like to live cheap.
Mind you, my dear viewers, he owns 2 houses. He owns 2 properties in Florida. And a cabin.
2 houses.
And a cabin down in God knows where. And he's talking about the lower end of poverty. The lower end of poverty is homeless on the road with $2 in your pocket, and you had to eat your dog. Like, that's lower end of poverty.
Yeah, that may not be the best way to word that. In fact, that's a very poor way to word that. I rescind that. But that is kind of what it's like to live on the cheaper side of car maintenance.
You're very frugal with your vehicles, is a better way to put it.
Yeah, we're frugal with things that are depreciating assets, and not frugal with things that can make us money in the future. That's how you make money.
That's a good point.
Cars,
do you not make
cars
money
a complete
with a car?
depreciating asset.
Not as
no,
not as
you buy a car, you sell it 4 years later, it's going to be half the price you bought it for. You can't make money off a car.
Half is generous.
Yeah, half is generous. Yeah. You know,
well, unless you have like one of those cars that's like
I would have shed tears of joy if I sold my car for half of what I bought it for.
But like occasionally,
like a new car,
like a classic Ferrari that you sell way up because they just become popular. But that's like very few and far between. It's very specific cars.
I'm not doing that. People are not doing that.
It's not going to be a Honda CRZ.
No, I mean, a new car from the lot nowadays is like $80,000, $60,000, and 5 years later it's going to be $20,000. You just lose that money, and you're not getting that money back. I feel quite bad now because I'm not impoverished. I probably shouldn't describe myself that way. That's quite a poor description of my state of life. My parents do own property, right? Like we're not a civil. That's not a good way to describe myself. We're just quite frugal of our cars.
Oh gosh.
Well,
God.
On that note of poverty, I think, gentlemen, I think it might be time to end. I think it's about that time.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's about time for closing statements, Sam. If you wanna start us off.
Closing statements.
I will love you forevermore if you start us off with a nice closing statement.
Okay, I'll take it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Are you just gonna leave it there? I kind of like that.
Beautiful, fantastic closing statement, Robert. How do you want to compete with that?
Thank you. That's fucking
greatest closing statement you've ever done, Robert. Please.
So next week, I'm gonna give a preview of about what I want to talk about next week next episode, in case you decide to rug pull us again.
Thank you. You never know. You really never know. You never know.
So Robert Downey Jr.
Oh.
And Wu-Tang Clan.
All right.
What?
This could go so many different ways.
That's what I'm and Armenian people. That's what I'm talking about next week.
All right,
Armenian.
I had an idea where you might be going with Robert Downey Jr. and Wu-Tang Clan, but then you throw in the Armenian people, And I
kind of want to know what you were thinking, where you thought I was going with.
I thought it was going to be
Robert
something
Downey
about
Jr.
fame and drug abuse. But then you threw in the Armenian people, so it could still be about drug abuse, but probably not fame.
You will see next week on Collective Stupidity.
Oh god!
All right.
Robert
I don't know what
Calhoun
you're gonna
will
bring to the table.
return.
Like you're gonna walk in and be like,
Collective
"Hey
Stupidity
guys, turns out I actually am Armenian." It turns out my dad is the president of Armenia.
My dad is the president of Armenia. He produced for Wu-Tang Clan, and he knows Robert Downey Jr.
And he's Robert Downey
Is
Jr.'s
Robert Downey
agent.
Jr.
I don't know if
is
I don't know if
Robert
Armenia has
Downey
a president. Do they have a president? Or do they have something else?
think it's-
Chancellor?
Why do you think I'm named Robert?
That's a good point.
Oh,
He lost a bet.
you lost a bet.
He lost a bet to Robert Downey Jr. and had to name his first son after him.
Right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
That's-
Oh, I didn't realize Armenia is actually a country. I thought that was like an old
Yeah,
world
it's
thing.
a country.
I don't think they have a president. I think they have like a
Probably
chief,
have a prime minister or something like that.
probably like a boss
I gave it a
man.
Google. It is a president
Armenia
of Armenia.
has a
It
big
is
boss.
president.
Big boss.
The current president of Armenia is something I can't pronounce without being insulting.
What do you mean?
Try it
Vagan Kantacheryan is the current president of Armenia. Very sorry to all the Armenian listeners we have.
Can you put it in the chat logs? I'd love to try.
Yes, I can.
I feel like it
Yes, I
would have
can.
been just less insulting if you just called him Big Boss.
Yeah, probably. Just like that, we're off the air in Armenia. Never be listened to again.
Okay,
There's
president
the wiki page.
of Armenia.
Is I don't know how you pronounce that.
What is this fucking Turkish? No, it's Armenian. What am I saying?
It's probably something along the lines of Hayastani Nakak.
Huh?
Okay.
Where'd you get that from?
He
Is
probably
it-
looked
I'm
at the
just-
pronunciation.
yeah,
He
I'm
probably
looking-
looked at the pronunciation of
Yeah,
it.
is that not what we're talking about?
Oh. We were just guessing.
Okay,
I was
so-
looking at the guy there on the right. That's the incumbent president, which must be pronounced differently because Hanastani Nakak is that must be two different people.
Well, no. You're looking at the name of the president. I'm looking at
Right.
what the president of Armenia is called, the title.
Oh, I was looking at the
title.
name of the president. No, okay, I
Oh,
got
no.
it. Okay.
That's
also what I gravitated towards immediately.
that's a cross between Mike Pence and Benjamin Netanyahu. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Am I?
Wait, hold on. I gotta reopen.
Hold on. Let me just throw it into the chat here. That's Mike Pence and Benjamin Netanyahu in one, right? Am I crazy?
I mean,
He's got those elements, yeah.
I was thinking Vladimir Putin and Mussolini, but I mean,
Dude, he's got some Mussolini in there. That's a good call, though.
He looks
Nah,
a little
that's
bit
also-
like
nah, that's
Selena from Selena
That's a
and Barnes.
legendary pool.
Selena.
Selena and Barnes.
he actually does. He
Maybe
looks like
Selena. I
Selena.
know there's like maybe Selena was gaslighting as a president of Armenia. We just don't know it.
Maybe Selena was Armenian. The more
How
you
did
know.
how did we get to this topic?
Robert's closing statement said something about Armenia, and I
Armenian people.
Robert Downey Jr. That's fine.
yes, the president of Armenia. Anyways,
Yeah, Robert.
Robert, great closing statement. Thank you for your time. Dominic.
Thank you.
Dominic.
Dear listeners of our show, enjoyers of our show, consumers of our content,
yes,
if you will.
I
If we
will.
would take the formal phrase here, yes. If you own a condenser for a 2011 Honda CRZ, and you would like to mail that to me so I can have air conditioning in my car, I would not stop you. And perhaps you should send us a long-winded email about how Jacob should give Adobe a second shot. I don't think he would, but I'd find it very funny if you did.
I would find that very amusing to read over on the show,
Yeah.
and then watch Jake break it down.
Let me break it down for you, Collective Stupidity.
Oh God.
If that is something you have and something you want to give us, and or just a car. I mean, if you want, perhaps you're the president of Armenia and you have the funds to buy a car, you can mail us a car. I'm not sure what the most popular car. I'm not even sure what kind of cars you can buy in Armenia. I'm imagining a Trabant, but you can send me that. I'd be okay with that. I would accept that. Be my guest. I'm all open.
Oh god.
That's all I have.
Closing statement
you.
out.
Closing statement out.
All right, fantastic. My closing statement today is more than anything, it's a decree.
Oh.
He's declaring war.
If you
Are you declaring war on
No.
Adobe? Because I feel like you've already declared war on Adobe.
No,
But
I'm
you
not-
can't just keep declaring war on people. I mean, people, you can't be. I mean, what are you, Trump? You can't just keep
Israel
declaring
does
war on
it.
people.
Israel does it all the time. Am I not good or equal to Israel? Come on now.
Israel
I don't know
has
if you are as good or
friends.
equal to Israel.
Yeah, Israel has like a bunch of allies with guns.
I
We're
have
just telling
allies with
people-
guns. You have at least 2.
They
I
got a
never
whole-
said I was.
got a whole
Sam.
Jerusalem down there,
Sam,
man.
you could single-handedly take on the entire nation of Israel.
Yeah, the entire IDF. You could. Listen. I'd trade one Sam for one IDF any day, or one IDF for one Sam any day. Sorry, I got that wrong.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you're
but
selling yourself short, man. Anyways, regardless, I am issuing a decree
Okay.
as the de facto leader of the dictatorship of New York.
Ooh.
I urge and encourage all of you lovely citizens out there. I'm not. This isn't a state mandated thing, but if you wanted to start a pogrom against Adobe, their supporters and their leadership, I'm not going to stop you. But what I really want to discuss here today is something that we failed to discuss earlier is our plans for New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
I just want to say, if there's any Collective Stupidity listeners,
Control A backspace.
I just want to say, if there's any Collective Stupidity listeners in New Jersey, I would consider evacuating because you will not be from New Jersey much longer. That's all I'm going to say.
Consider this a warning.
New Jersey, as if they have Wi-Fi access there.
Oh yeah.
Don't be absurd.
Listen,
If
you're
you're from New Jersey, get out.
Get out.
Is the most mercy we will. This is the most mercy we will extend you.
New Jersey, my plan. You are going to be my mining district. I'm just going to make New Jersey. I'm going to go along the state borders. It's going to become a hole.
It's going to make a giant.
You will live in the
quarry.
hole. You will live in the hole. You will dig in the hole. You will give all your life in the hole, and you will be happy.
You will love the hole. You will die in the hole.
You will be nothing more than the hole. Yes.
So inspirational.
We need your hole. They don't let you pump your gas in Jersey.
They don't.
But I think
It's
I feel like
really weird.
They have a person to do that. The bougie
Wait,
down
they
there.
do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a law.
it's illegal to pump your own gas in New Jersey and like parts of Oregon, I believe.
What the fuck? What the fuck kind of sense does that make?
It's like
It's remnants from in the 50s when you
Yeah.
had assistants do that, and then they didn't want the jobs to go away, so they didn't. They made
They
it
put it in the law.
not
Dude,
the
that-
now they get
deserve
paid
those
like 25
jobs.
cents an hour.
I am all for preservation of jobs. I think that's very important. I think people deserve jobs. However, I don't think that extends to gas station pumpers. I don't even consider them to be human. I consider them to be part of the pump. They are a tool to be replaced as they break.
You know,
Oh,
like it's so often you say something like, "Oh, I could agree with that," and then you just take it and you go all the way like, "Whoa, wow, okay, I know." It's one of those moments. I was like, I like preserving jobs. Yeah, cool, good. You know, those gas people, those teenagers, they aren't even human. All right. You know,
No less than human.
everyone's got their opinion. That certainly is one of the opinions of all time.
Am I wrong
I'm
though?
not sure.
Like, am I wrong? Like, if you really,
Yeah,
Are you wrong?
if you really search your heart of hearts, am I wrong, Dominic?
Yes.
I mean, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
All right. Well,